to.
I would appreciate that because I think I've only seen it once.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like when I saw Honey I Shrunk the Kids. When the aunt dies.
Yeah, that is also very,
Yeah,
very
that
sad.
really bothered me, and I only watched that movie once, and I was like, I'm never watching this movie again. This is terrible.
I'll admit I hate the movies because
You hate all movies?
Well, just the All Dogs Go to Heaven movies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the specific reason is because in one of the sequels, they showed that cats specifically go to hell, and I was like,
oh, what the fuck?
that movie was done by a dog person.
That's that sucks, but also is hilarious at the same
that is a movie my partner would write, probably.
Well, it would be true to the Egyptian culture. The cats were the guardians to the underworld, so not far off.
They thought dogs were fly as fuck. There you
go. This is, by the way, this is our 38th episode of our current run of Gungans and Dragons. It is a special occasion though because it's May the 4th, and we're not necessarily doing a Star Wars thing. Which, by the way, I don't know if anyone's checked it out, but Star Wars Tales of the Underworld is on Disney Plus now, and we watched a couple of episodes earlier today, and it's pretty neat. If you're wondering how it was that Asajj Ventress died in the novel Dark Disciple, and then came back, the first episode deals with that, which is pretty cool. Anyway, before we start the traveler part of our session. Just in humble celebration of the event, we're going to tell everyone which Star Wars creatures would be your characters, not your personal, but your character's emotional support animal. So this would be like Slem's emotional support animal, not necessarily Monty's emotional support animal.
Okay, then I know which.
Do you need time to do you need time to think?
Absolutely not. It's so easy.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you tell us?
It's Sarlacc pits. Whatever the creature is in it's a Sarlacc. There you go.
For like sex reasons?
No, for just gluttonous reasons, all consuming. He'd always have someone to eat with.
Okay, all right.
There's a picture I didn't need, Daniel. Thank you.
Yeah, and you can also get rid of a problem for 1,000 years.
Exactly, and I could also throw away any pesky witnesses the next time they see me accidentally shoot their moms from one of my flying vehicles.
Have we ever talked about the fact that canonically Sarlacc pits are extraordinarily social creatures?
So is Slems.
Slems is also.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. They interact telepathically, and the one that's on Tatooine, or at least the one that we see in the movie, was there since Tatooine was like a forest, like a dense, lush forest world. It was there for like a really long time. Richard, do you have one that's not a Sarlacc or for sex reasons?
I do. Well, as a GM, I appreciate getting into characters' heads and having NPCs that kind of try to follow the will of my narrative. So I think in that case, from Star Wars, Dogs, which are these lizard-like dogs in the Star Wars universe that, through the Force, bond with their owners.
Yeah, it's Talon Cards dogs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny because I was really worried that one of the, like you and possibly also maybe April would pick my choice, which is from the same book in Legends, but it wasn't that.
My other backup would have been I forget how you pronounce them because
just don't say it because you were real trying now you are trying to steal mine. April, what's yours?
For Andrew, I would probably say a Blurg from The Mandalorian. grumpy and difficult to deal with, but once you get to know them, they're kind of got your back.
Adorable, but have tragic faces, but they're still somehow adorable.
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
you can't pick the ones with the breasts.
Okay. Well, I wasn't going to anyway.
Okay, all right. I'm just want to make sure you know.
Okay. So for Gotti McCour's probably emotional support animal, it would 100% be a loft cat.
That would be pretty epic. And I just realized also, given what we know about what happened to Gotti McCour on the planet we don't remember, the one with the breasts might have been kind of apt. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh well.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. Wenton, do you have a Star Wars emotional support animal for your character?
Everything falls off my table here. Sven started off being the mechanic and repairing the outside of ships, and somehow I see him having a pet Minoc.
That's actually kind of eloquent on a deep level, because Minocs like to try to eat through ships. So you'd be spending all your time trying to keep it from eating the ship you're fixing.
Well, yeah, as long as Captain doesn't find out, the Minoc's out there tearing apart the ship, and I'm out there fixing it, getting paid.
They're going to be out there chewing on your power cables, as is so aptly said by Han Solo. Mine's the Ysalamari, which are these like little lizard dudes who live in the trees and around themselves generate a force negating bubble, so that like force sensitive people can't use the force when they're in a certain diameter of them. And Grand Admiral Thrawn in the books carries them around just like as a pet, like just straps it on his back.
That was, would have been my backup one. I think at one point, I'm vaguely remembering in the Legends series, I think they killed off like a bunch of them because they were worried that the Yizan Vong were going to get their hands on them and start to Vong shape them to use against the Jedi even more.
They did bring the Ysalamari over to canon in Rebels when they introduced Grand Admiral Thrawn as a character. Not directly, but in his office, he's got like a mural behind his desk that has a couple of Ysalamari on it. So they exist in canon as well. I don't think we've seen them officially.
Yes, and not had their effects discussed officially.
Yeah. And then what else do we have going on? On Wednesday, even though Chris and I just had a bonus episode of the live show yesterday, which if you're watching, you should go check that out. It's our review of Thunderbolts, which was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it quite a bit. We will be doing the official episode of the Jedi Enclave Presents the Now This Is Podcasting podcast on Wednesday at 6:30 Central. And I think this one will be probably kind of long, because we're talking about The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 4. We're probably going to try to squeeze Tales of the Underworld in there, because they all dropped at once. And then Star Wars Andor Season 2, Episodes 7 through 9. So check that out, if you please. And then various gaming things throughout the week. And that's all I have.
So Daniel, you'll be proud of me.
Probably not.
I'm
kidding.
I'm already proud of you, Sean.
I'm already proud of you. Yeah, I'm always. I was just thinking about this last night, Sean. I spent a lot of time thinking about you, and like right before I went to bed last night, I was like, you know what?
Man,
I'm fucking proud of that kid.
Nice. But I was gonna say, you'll be proud of me because I watched the first episode of Andor last night, and it's just like,
and did you enjoy it?
Or
I mean,
Season 1 or the current season?
Current season.
Oh,
Gotcha.
what? Have you not seen season 1?
Oh no, I saw season.
Oh,
1.
okay, okay. Well, what do you think so far?
So I love season 1, and then season 2, like episode 1. Oh my god! Like I think, I don't know. Like I really admire like Luthen's like assistant.
No. Oh, Clea. Sure. Yeah.
I don't know, like she almost seems like the boss.
I wouldn't fuck with her.
Yeah.
Like she'll
I
cut
just
you.
don't-
Like, in
It's gonna
fact,
get better too.
I'm waiting for her because I have a just before we start, I have a couple of like brain theories. The first is I would love to see Mon Mothma murder Perrin, her husband.
Oh yeah. that'd be
Like
pretty
a
cool.
la Saul Tigh from Battlestar Galactica when he finds out his wife betrayed the human resistance and he kills her. Like that. But I would also love a scene where Clea has to like go assassin on someone. And also because we know that I think Luthen probably has to die in this season because we don't really see him at all in the rebellion or anything, or in Rogue One. Like he's kind of a character we've only seen in Andor, and he to me seems like the kind of character that would go out and take like a couple Star Destroyers with him. Like some kind of like insane 9 billion IQ move that's like really epic and a lot of fun.
I agree. Yeah.
Or survive to be still behind the scenes.
Or maybe he just retires when he sees that all the different factions come together, and then he's like, "Now they've got it. Like my job here is done. They've got this," and he just like goes off to some world. He and
Right.
Clea retire together.
Because
I
mean,
don't-
the main movies you don't really see much in the way of like the behind the scenes spycraft that must exist, as shown now here in like Andor throughout the Rebel Alliance.
I do
Yes.
imagine
They're
that
more action
Luthen
films.
Luthen would have no interest in leading the rebellion. I don't think, like as a general or as like a leader or anything. I don't think he's really. I don't think that's the kind of thing he would really want to do.
Oh yeah,
anyway.
he's a spy master.
that part with the whole Gorman thing. I know. I'm sorry for delaying the game, Richard, but the whole Gorman thing, when like everyone's in that little conference room and it's like, oh, it's kind of like a '50s like.
Oh, you mean
you
the
know.
building they they modeled after Hitler's eagle's nest in like the
Yeah.
Alps? Yeah. Also,
And
it's
then, like-
kind of nice to see fucking Director Krennic again.
Yeah, I agree. I like Krennic. I mean,
like him
you know,
too.
like,
And you know what? I love, and I hate myself for it. I love Dedra and Cyril together. Like I get they're fascists, and I hope they lose. But at the same time, I'm really rooting for their relationship.
All right. Well, so Daniel, were you making up the number when you said 38 for tonight's session? Just
No.
curious.
No, that was correct.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody, welcome to
Why?
Gungans and Dragons. No, just curious. I think with are we getting to like an actual year mark? Because I know occasionally we miss a week
we
of
started back
playing
in
this
August.
last August.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think mine started back in August or September.
I can't remember. It's been so
Yeah.
long.
Okay. Well, if anyone listening wants to backtrack and eventually tell us how many months we've actually been playing, you can let us know. But welcome back to Gungans and Dragons, Pirates of Drinax Edition. Last time, we were here on the planet of Thieves, where the characters had a delicious thief meal with a benefactor who gave them information about where to find a certain pirate for their pirate hunt. But before we proceed any further, let's start with introductions tonight. My name is Richard. I am the game master who helps run the game, runs the NPCs that the players interact with, and helps to ultimately see what happens as the players make their decisions, sprinkled in with a little bit of fate when it comes with these dice rolls. Let's start off tonight with Monty. Introduce yourself and your character.
My name is Monty. I play Slems, intrepid hero, noble archaeologist, and art historian. He's recently fallen out of favor with the Drinaxian king, and he's doing everything in his power to regain that favor.
All right, and let's move on to Daniel.
Hideously crippled spy Ukluna. Is he alive? Is he dead? It depends on what episode we're on.
All right, and let's go on here to Wenton, newest member of the crew.
Winton, I'm playing Sven Bjorn, and I am intentionally not inflicting my Swedish accent on anybody because I want to still have friends when this is over with.
Reindeer
You'll
are
have
better
more
than
friends
people.
if you use the accent.
Isn't that the reindeer?
Promise.
The reindeer's name in Frozen? Isn't it Sven?
I think so.
Yeah.
I have not seen Frozen, but it wouldn't surprise me. So Sven is
It's a good movie.
merchant marine until he caught the disinterest of a rather powerful trader and had to leave that career. Quickly found himself joining the regular Marines, where he got more of his combat training and experience with vac suit and weaponry.
And now he's decided to turn pirate.
Yep. Well, my only escape after the Marines thing was a pirate contact that I had, and he got me in contact with this group, and off we run.
Wenton, do you do a good pirate impression?
No.
No.
Do you do a good Swedish pirate impression?
I wouldn't know where to.
You know what? You can work on it and bring it to us next week.
Yeah, workshop it.
All right,
I'm gonna have to see what ChatGPT can give me for some accent ideas.
And last but not least, April.
Yes, I'm April, and I play Andrew, and she is a spacer from Drinax.
Can you do a
Okay.
pirate impression?
Short and sweet. Oh, and I almost forgot our intrepid captain,
I was about to-
Sean.
I was about to say something.
Okay, so you know why? It's because we
sorry,
added a
I-
person and it felt like we were done because like the X number of people went and we were so conditioned after like 36 episodes of the show.
I am. I have my cadence here for how many people I usually introduce.
But yes, I play Gotti McClure, who is actually pretty kind of is a little bit depressed
Why?
just because someone literally got murdered like on his ship or going up to his ship that he promised he'd help out.
I had to get over that.
But he had such a lovely dinner, Sean. A
Oh, yeah.
200,000 credit dinner, and he got doubles because Slems wouldn't eat it.
Yep, I hate pudding.
Wait, who got dealt? Because I'm pretty sure I was the one that
Yeah.
snatched it, right?
It was Ukluna. Ukluna ate. He had double desserts, and I think since each
Double
one
disgusting desserts.
and I think since each one had about 20,000 calories, that's probably going to be a few pounds of fat that Ukluna is going to be putting on.
He needs all the nutrients he can get.
Yeah, he needs it. Yeah, 100%. This was a good accident.
I need to bulk up.
All right,
But
so
yes.
at this point, you have left the dinner, and you are back down on the main floor of the hotel.
Hey, Richard, just real quickly, I noticed earlier this week it was one of the skill sets that we missed on the sheet. One of the very first ones that I chose was carouse, and we didn't get that transferred onto this character sheet.
Let me see.
So it should be carouse 0.
Let me go to your sheets. I'll just confirm it through the notes, and I'll add it to my notes. Carouse 0.
I'm caroused by all of this talk of carousing.
Same.
Nice.
Okay.
And aroused.
So so you're here on the main floor. It's later at night, but even at nighttime, everything is still kind of bustling. The only sort of difference right now is with the crowds, you're seeing a lot more like nightwear, dinnerwear, different restaurants. You can hear like techno party music playing.
Monty, can you do a good
There are a few like different high rollers going around because it looks like there are casinos here in the hotel as well. Your little attaché from before, wearing their blue uniform, kind of stops at the elevator with you and says, "Oh, all right. Anything else I can do for you all now?"
You gonna talk to her about a doctor?
Oh yeah, I'm in pretty desperate need of medical attention.
Acknowledged. We can bring you to a facility. Um, what sort of price range are you looking at?
Oh, April, how much money do I have?
I don't know how much money you have.
I thought you were keeping track.
No, I kept track of disbursements as I made them, but
Well, I have been keeping track. If you want me to say it out loud for Ukluna,
He's
oh,
not
or I
coy
can
about the
message you
amount of money he
privately.
has. That's fine.
Let me know.
You have just over 3 million credits.
Oh,
on hand.
that more or less agrees with what, like 3,045,000.
Yep, 3,045,807.
All right. Well, I have $3 million, and my captain also has money.
Yes, I do.
Do you want me to tell you, Sean, how much you have on hand now, or do you want that like through a private message?
Oh, you can tell me. I don't mind.
He doesn't know.
Just a hair under 8 million.
Damn.
Okay.
This has engines to fix.
And plus, I think like once that skull sells, have even more.
Well, yeah, once the skull sells, there'll be a disbursement from that. Yes.
Doesn't Andrew get the money for that though?
Well, technically, Andrew gave it to my character.
Technically, she said that was party loot. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really kind of you because you really did
So-
really did risk life and limb to get that motherfucker.
But yeah, the goal was always to like do party loot with it.
All right. Okay.
So then that would be divided by ship share.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So I don't know. Is more than 3 million a lot?
So as you say that, your attendant kind of looks down for a second, and they almost look a little bit embarrassed as you say that, and then they kind of nod with a little smile on their face, like, "Oh, it's that's a decent amount."
Okay, listen here, asshole. Captain, I don't think I like this place anymore.
Why not?
Well, I mean, fucking, what's her name over here? How much money do you have?
Me?
No, this lady we're talking to.
Well, the attendant says, "Well, you're saying you want extensive reconstructive medical work done on your person, and well, 3 million. I can find you a place that would offer you services, but to be honest, from some of the patrons here, 3 million would be on the lower end of a budget."
Well, I'll take what I can get.
Okay.
We'll do some window shopping.
The attendant kind of hits their portable computer on their sleeve, and you get pinged a level and a sort of like an address here within the hotel. If you go there, you should find a clinic that hopefully will be able to help you.
What do you mean by hopefully?
Oh, of course, when you get there, you have to negotiate any terms or whatnot. I'm just helping you with the discovery of the place.
Oh, is there like no like government run like hospital here, or like?
There's
The attendant,
barely-
the
barely a
attendant
government.
blinks. The attendant blinks slowly.
You guys don't
and
have
then
socialized medicine.
and says, "Well, sir, the free market dictates
Oh my god.
everything
Oh
here."
no, we're in hell.
Oh, well, okay.
Captain, I think we're in the bad place.
Team huddle here, guys.
Gani McCord, just as a reminder, you are on a pirate planet.
Right, but I mean, so out of character, technically, pirates are actually very democratic and almost, one could argue, socialist. Because like they voted.
It depends on the pirates, and so far from everything you've seen on this world, they are fairly cutthroat, and money does mean power to a degree.
So let's say I'm sure their civil responsibility probably changes depending on how much alcohol they've consumed.
Maybe God and McCord should become like a lord here and just introduce socialism to the pirates.
I'd be on board for that.
Oh, you'd probably have to build up your fleet because it seems the various pirate lords all have their own fleets.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, let's put that on our list, Sean. Acquire fleet.
Yeah.
I think that's after fix engines and don't let Slums come on any important missions without more muscle.
Listen, Slum's gonna come on whatever he wants to. God damn it!
All right. So do we have time to do the medical thing, or what time? Is it like late? What time is it?
It's like at this point, it's like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh shit!
Are they even going to be open?
Yes. It seems like there's many shops and storefronts and offices that seemingly never close here.
Okay.
Black Sand City be poppin'.
Captain,
is that what she says?
I didn't ask her. So
Captain, what? Sorry.
Wait, like what are we doing?
I mean, do you want medical care?
I need it, I think, but it sounds like by the condescending nature of our guide that the amount of attention I will get may be low.
Well, do you want me to negotiate with the doctor?
Yeah, I think we need to go find out.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Slums,
all right. Well, everybody as close to their peak as possible.
That is incorrect. Wait, what did you say?
So, also as a reminder, you have all been given the approximate location of where Maria should be. Maria Silverhand, who is the #1 for the pirate that you are hunting.
I gotcha.
Ferric Redbane.
Wenton, did you say that we should all be close to our peak?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very, very far away from my peak.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking we need to.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. I thought you. Never mind. Never mind.
See what they say.
I was not actively listening hard enough.
Well, considering that you were given basic directions here, and it's easy to navigate, within about 10 minutes, you are there at the doctor's clinic. It's brightly lit. There is an attendant as you approach the door.
Is it clean?
Yeah, it's clean.
Okay.
It's not one of the swankier levels of the hotel, but it seems more than perfectly serviceable. And as you walk up, you can see that it is called the Tower Rejuvenation Clinic. An Aslan woman greets you as you approach the table, and she grins at you, baring all of her fangs. Ah, welcome. How can we help you today?
Well, I have been critically ill for a very long time, and I need to be better than I am now.
Good. In that case, to see one of our doctors first, we need a deposit of 20,000 credits
Oh, that's nothing.
for the consultation fee.
That's I can swing that.
Well, I'll cover it, Ukluna.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
You're not going to convince me. I said I acted like $20,000 is chump change, and as soon as the captain offered, I immediately was like, oh, thank God.
Okay, so
Yeah, so I'll hand over the money.
just note that. Okay, so Ganium core. What's up? 20,000 credits for Ukluna's consultation fee. All right, she says. You can. She just looks at her screen as the money goes over, and then she nods and says, "All right, the doctor will be."
Can all of my friends
We'll
come with
see
me?
you.
Can all of my friends come in with me to the exam room?
I don't need to see that.
Slems offers to wait in the lobby.
I would feel safer.
All right. Sure. You can have them come in. It might be a little bit cramped in there, but you can have them in. I will just ask any of you with weapons to please leave them up here with me. The doctors get a bit nervous when there's weaponry in the room.
Okay.
She's looking pointedly at Sven with his laser rifle.
Can Sven just guard the door?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Sven.
I can do that.
Yeah.
As long as they'll allow it, yeah.
Don't let anyone in here that isn't the doctor. I have no reason to be paranoid about this, but
Went and Sven, will you two guard the door, please?
I'll guard the door.
As you're talking, and the Aslan woman's like listening to this, you can see she's making notes.
what are you writing down there?
Oh, just notes for the doctor.
About my health? Or about my psychology?
Yes.
Can I see them?
Also, sorry.
The doctor will see you now. Please proceed. And as she says that, you see little lights on the floor light up behind her, leading down a corridor. Following them, you are brought right to a door, and getting in, you can see that there is a variety of rather high-tech medical equipment in there, along with a bench for you to sit on, and there are 2 plush chairs in there, so only 2 of you will be able to sit down next to Ukluna.
I'm waiting in the lobby.
Gani McCoy,
Okay.
you're at least coming with me, right?
I'm outside the door.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I guess that's me and you then, I guess.
Okay. So, after about half an hour, a doctor comes in.
I don't let anybody in until I check them first.
The doctor
Give him the stink eye as he's walking toward the door. What the fuck are you doing here? I'm the doctor?
So the doctor is coming towards you, Sven, in a white lab coat, and kind of stops. It looks like a man in his early 60s. He has on old-fashioned spectacles, and he kind of raises an eyebrow at you, armored up, holding a weapon in front of the door he was going to enter. And he kind of puts 2 fingers to his ear and says, security? Yeah, I got a guy here.
He's with me. I'm gonna yell from the other side of the door. He's here with us.
I just want to make sure that the doctor is the only one that goes in.
The doctor kind of looks over his back, looks to the side, and looks back at you. I'm the only one in this hallway with you, motherfucker. You gonna let me see my patient?
I assume he's got a badge or something like that also visible.
He's got like in the lab coat, you can see there is a name embroidered. Dr. Ambrosius.
All right. So I'll write that down and I'll just step aside. Thank you very much. Just wanted to be sure.
It's a very trustworthy name.
Yeah.
Right.
This is not Dr. Atrocious.
So the doctor walks in and says, "Okay, is this family or more security with you?"
Family. And also, I would
Alright.
like to note that I'm sitting on the edge of my exam bed, kicking my feet like a kid.
All right. Well, I'm Dr. Ambrosius. If you look in the little drawer underneath you, you'll find a medical gown. You can put that on whenever you want, and I'll start your examination. Before we begin, he's looking at his pad. Anything that you want to declare to me about your medical history that I should know about?
You should probably know all of it, right?
And believe me, I don't give a fuck, and I don't give judgment about what's happened in your past. This will only help me.
See, this is
So
this is a
please
great
don't-
situation because I don't care about your judgment either. So I'll tell you everything. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, good. So
Do you want me to start with a robotic arm, or do you want to go into something
yeah, sure.
like?
Okay, implants are good. Any traumatic injuries that you've been
Yes.
through, medical history from your family, cancers,
Probably.
radiation.
Almost certainly.
If you fucked with your own genetic code.
Yep. Well, an autodoc I think might have fucked with my genetic code, but
Yeah, that can happen. Okay. And so you're gonna go through in depth your whole medical history, right?
I'll give him everything. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, to see how helpful you can be, considering that you do have some training in medicine, you can roll for me medic. So this is going to be 2d6 plus 3.
Let me get the 2d6 plus 3. 10. It's the best roll I've ever
Okay.
had.
So you're able to give him some pretty helpful information there. He's notating everything. He seems pretty professional in his demeanor, though he seems to lack a little bit of bedside manner.
Is it Dr. House? Is it like that level of lack of bedside manner, or is he just kind of detached and over it and wants to go home?
So is he more
Almost house levels.
All right, I trust him more now.
He was
Like,
just traumatized on the way in.
Yeah.
He seems to perk up as you're talking about the autodoc stuff, especially, and he's kind of like he gives your like expanded eye sockets some like extra attention.
He gets his
as
little
you're,
pen
like,
light out.
talking to him. Yep. And he says like he really wishes that you had brought the original eyes instead of just the robotic one, so he could have examined those too.
My right hand to God, Doc, I have no idea where the fuck they are.
I think the doctor kept those.
Oh yeah, they might be in a jar somewhere. We have a doctor aboard our ship who is well, I mean, he keeps eyeballs in jars.
Yeah, who doesn't? All right, so yeah, put on your gown and then we'll start the scans.
I'll immediately strip and put the gown on.
Well, okay, you all get to know Ukluna a little bit better as he just strips down.
I mean,
and,
let's be honest.
put
The
on
rest
the
of my
gown.
face, or the rest of my body, looks about as bad as my face does. I would imagine.
All right. Well, he does his examination, which will take. Okay. So he does.
It's
this
instantaneous.
within
Is that an
the-
instantaneous exam?
So he's going to do this within the hour.
Okay.
got him a cruise and I asked him, hey, after Ukluna's appointment, could you check something for me too?
You'll need to go up to the front desk and pay for your consultation fee.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
I don't really deal with the money in particular.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'll go do that right now then. to look
But
that up.
yeah, you're basically poked, prodded, you're scanned with about like 6 different forms of sensors sent through machines,
Rectal exam.
and at the end of it, he brings up a bigger image on the screen and says, "Ah, all right. So it looks like what we're dealing with here is primarily one of repeated trauma from your past incidents, though you also are having your body is having difficulties repairing itself properly as well because of this autodoc incident. Your genetic code is kind of fucked up from it. I'd love to see that autodoc machine myself. I think I could help you, but I also need to know what your time scale is. How much time do you have here on Thief?
Well, I know. I mean, for a fact, we're gonna be here. How long is it gonna take for us to get the ship fixed?
We haven't heard that update yet. Oh, did they give us a timeline? I forget.
I can't. Yeah, I can't remember.
You're gonna get a quote. They said by tomorrow afternoon.
My schedule is a little up in the air right now. I'm not entirely sure. What are my options?
All right. Well, there can be prolonged. The slowest way of doing this, which would probably be the safest, would be multiple surgeries going in, removing scar tissue, and physical therapy to get you back some of your stamina and strength here. And it would probably take a couple of years to get you back up to somewhat where I assume you were in your prime. Fastest case scenario, I load up a biomatter pod that we have over here with, I was going to say your genetic code, but I would have to personally modify it a bit because your genetic code is so fucked, with new body parts. So I would surgically remove your arms, your legs, most of your organs, and basically replace them with new ones and get you up to speed that way. But again, that is going to be an exceedingly expensive option.
How expensive?
We could do somewhere in between.
Well,
My estimate, if I wanted to get you to your, well, I assume from your medical history here and what you told me of what you used to be, roughly 65 million credits.
Jesus Christ.
For the full job, fastest method.
It's a pretty penny.
Like, your body's fucked up, and it's been fucked up for a while.
What can you do for like 2 million?
2 million. So what do you want to focus on here?
Let's see. What stat do I need for my my sword
I'm not
play?
a doctor, but my thoughts would be to get you what you need so that the doctor can continue to treat you on an outpatient basis better.
That's what I actually had that idea. Like I had that thought as well. Like if we.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what that is because I'm not a doctor.
Well, in all honesty, if your doctor is talented, what you probably would be missing would be a biomatter reactor like what I have to help you grow certain parts. It would be a fairly big thing, depending upon the size of your vessel. It would be about at least 5 tons of displacement for your vessel.
How much are they?
They can be quite expensive. You can try to find a used one from the junkyard, maybe. You might get lucky.
How much?
Maybe you could find one for 20 million.
It's not a terrible idea to have one on the ship, honestly. All right, so back to Richard. What stat would I need for my my sword play?
So your sword play would probably be more along your strength.
Okay, because I was hurt. I was hurt with endurance and strength, right?
Yeah. So originally, your character's strength when you first created him was a 7. Currently, it's a 3.
Okay. All right. So the losses that I took were in strength and endurance, though. Am I understanding that correctly?
You've taken losses in strength, dexterity, and endurance at this point.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. And
so I could help. So I could help improve your ligaments, for you to be a better shot, to help your reflexes. I can help with your muscle tissue. I can help with your organs, or depending upon your budget. As I said, I could work on everything. But since you have a very limited budget, I would say focus on one of the 3.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to. I should have taken better notes on this because I remember trying to use skills that I have that I kind of depended on, and then having it not do well because of my physical condition. I'm trying to remember. All right, so you're saying strength for the sword stuff.
Yeah.
And then what? And then probably dexterity for the shooty stuff.
Yes.
What would I be using for endurance? Probably athletics.
Yeah. Like if you encounter like radiation or poison, endurance is your first stat that gets decreased as well when you get injured.
Okay, and I've been doing work on. Okay, yeah. So let's do strength then. How much would that cost? Give me a little bit of my strength back.
Muscle tissue? Well, if you give me the 2 million,
well, let's say the 2 million is. Let's say that could go to like 4 million.
Okay, I'm not gonna get you up to your prime levels with 4 million, but you'll feel a difference.
Okay.
No more clicky knees.
All right. So, did Gani McClure run off to schedule an appointment, or is he still in the room?
No, I ran off.
Still in the room.
You
ran off?
Well, then I came back just to do the thing.
Okay.
Like I ran off to pay for a consultation, and I came back.
All right.
Okay, let me make that notation that you paid now for 40,000.
How would you feel about giving me a $2 million loan?
Yeah, I can spot. Yeah, I can spot you, I guess.
Well, hold on a second. We don't know how much the engines are going to cost, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. On hand, I have 8 million, right? But like, I guess how much is there like in? Like, I mean, do we have like stuff set aside for like specifically like repairs and stuff like that, or is that part of the 8 million?
No, I mean you haven't really had a conversation with your entire crew about budgets.
Okay, gotcha.
And you haven't reserved any sort of fund for the ship and ship repair.
Okay,
This
gotcha.
is a yeah. You have not had the budgeting conversation with your crew.
Okay, well,
Gotcha.
Sean, we're gonna put that on the list after right before acquire fleet.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. This is hard to think about because we don't know how much the engine repairs are going to be. So let's say let's go with 2 million then.
$2 million.
I'll pay 2 million in that because I don't want you to give me money and then have us fucked because we can't get the engines repaired.
I got
So I'm going to be honest with you, sir. You're going to feel with the 2 million budget that you just gave me, you're going to feel more bang for your buck if I focus on your ligaments, aka he would focus on your decks.
I'm outside the room. Can I interject a thought, though?
Basically, it'll translate that modifier that you currently have for dex, which is a -2. It'll become a -1 instead.
Okay. What's Sven? I hear you thinking out there.
Well, just personal experience from my surgery last year. It's a whole lot easier to build up physical strength than it is to reconnect ligaments. Just through personal, physical exercise.
So you're saying do dex instead of strength?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you convince me.
So with that price will come speed. Stick here with me. I'll get the bio reactor all set up, and we'll do the surgery in the morning. I'll scrape out all the ligaments that you have right now, and I'll attach the new ones, fresh, tomorrow in the morning.
You're not gonna admit me overnight or anything?
We are in a hotel, but this office isn't really a hotel. If you want to stay here overnight, be my guest. But if you want to book the surgery, he passes you the pad, sign there, and we will take the full amount of 2 million credits.
All right. Yeah. And then I think I am gonna stay here, actually. I'll sleep in the lobby if I have to.
Make that modification to your sheet. Okay. So great. And it looks like I now have a consultation with you.
Yes.
He points at Ganny McCore.
Yeah, and Ganny McCore, he's just be like, okay, so...
Do you want me to stay in the room with you and give you the emotional support you gave me?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
Okay, I kind of do, because I am very nosy about other people's medical issues.
So he's going to, take, his jacket and shirt off and whatnot. He's going to be like, okay, so, funny thing, the same time, Ukluna discovered he's just going to, do, a general, circular motion around his face. He had those enhancements, I guess. I found out I have these, and he's gonna take his shirt off and show
You still have a regular looking chest for Ganny McCore.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping that they were
they were still titties.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they were C cups or something.
They were never really.
No.
I was kind of hoping they were too, actually, because I had a really funny line for that.
They were never really beforehand.
Huh?
I don't think they ever were.
Yeah, I think your nipples just excreted anagathics. I don't think you actually grew breasts. Also, we just got instantly YouTube is what are you guys talking about?
Can we say?
Yeah, and the only way that it might possibly develop a bit is if you actively had recently eaten fresh human brain matter.
Well, can they at least leak or something?
Well, you haven't had anything to actually produce anagathics yet, and the
Oh.
only other way that they're going to actually start to produce anagathics is if you start to go into withdrawal from anagathics, because then your body will start to cannibalize your own brain.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well,
Wow.
never. Okay. Well,
And actually, speaking of that, you are due to take your next dose of anagathics within the next week, or start to suffer withdrawal.
gotcha. Okay.
I like how
Alright.
Sean pleadingly asks, "Can they at least leak?"
Oh well. I for some reason I thought like
Oh dear.
I guess for some reason I thought like
I don't
they
think he
were,
meant
like,
it pleadingly. It's just how I heard it.
right. I guess for some reason I thought like they were like you know like more pronounced. I guess I forgot like it was just regular like.
No,
Equipment.
and in fact, I even reiterated to you at the time, no, they are not.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Well, that's okay because now isn't that kind of a weight off your shoulders or off your chest? I guess.
I mean, I guess I was really kind of hoping that like he had them though, because that would have been like a funny role play thing.
So Dr. Ambrosius is going to be like, so what are you here for? Enhancements? You want to look a bit younger?
I think he wants a breast augmentation.
Well,
Because he looks at you, it's like you do look like you're in your. So you want me to get rid of some of those crow's feet?
oh well. Actually, never mind. I guess never.
You should at least get your physical since we're here. I mean, you might as well.
Okay, at least get a physical while I'm here. It's been like a few decades since I last had one.
Decades? How old are you?
60.
Question mark.
You don't look like you're 60.
Well, I mean, you said you don't judge, right?
We're here on Thief.
Okay.
You know what
cool.
planet you're on, right?
Yeah, pirate planet, but like, you know. Well. Anyway, I take a certain thing that lets me look younger.
So you take anagathics.
Yeah.
All right, you poor bastard. I hope you never run out of that. Worst way to die in the universe. All right. So, what are you interested in?
Well, I guess just a physical. I guess just see where I'm at.
All right. You want to give me your history past your drug usage?
Sure, and I'll give him my history.
Well, let's see. We'll scan you a few times. See. And, and at the end of it, it's gonna take him. So it'll take about 3 hours. So it's gonna take up until about 2 o'clock in the morning for him to do the examination. Is everyone else sticking around then at this point? Because I know Ukluna is getting his operation done in the morning. Are the rest of you going back to the ship at this point? Or are you sticking around?
Absolutely.
I'm playing guard until they tell me to do something else.
Not going anywhere without the captain. But unless the captain tells us to go back to the ship. So, I mean, how long are we gonna let this lead sit cold, guys? Are we gonna? Are we going to? Are we going to? How long is this surgery going to take for Ukluna? Approximately, sir.
The doctor, as he's doing his examination of Gunny McCord, kind of looks over his shoulder and says, well, the biomatter reactor's already on, starting to produce material. I should be able to get his surgery done in, let's see. It'll take about 5 hours. So I'll be done about midday.
Yeah, Captain, I would suggest that you call Leonard from the ship, and then you guys go chase that lead while I'm having the surgery done.
Oh, okay. So don't get the thing that. Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Also, I will remind you, Sean, you were originally keeping Leonard and Veronica on your ship to keep it safe and secure while it was in port, because you had been told when you were in port, you are basically in charge of your own ship's safety.
Oh, we also have Sven here as well.
We have
Yeah.
Sven and we
Yeah.
have Krish, so we have.
Does Krish know how to fight?
Yeah, I assume he's still with you guys. So yeah, he'll pipe up and say, I know how to fight.
Oh, okay.
I've fought with Fang and Tooth before. And
Oh.
also these. And he puts out his claws. Give him the old claws sometimes.
Well, yeah, it's probably better to leave. Okay, so we leave, Leonard and Veronica on the ship, and then I forgot how much muscle we actually have with us.
I'm then gonna ask him. So besides the claws, you also do the old dick twist.
The what, Captain?
The dick twist.
I'm not familiar with that.
Neither am I.
You know, I mean, it's a dirty move, but you know, you twist the dick.
Krish, he's asking
sexual assault, Captain?
Krish, he's asking if you've ever walked up to a man, grabbed his dick, and twisted it.
No.
Well, there you go. Now we know.
Is that something you do, Captain?
I mean, in fights I have, yes.
I think it depends on how desperate I am to win.
And I'm just
It's
imagining.
a home planet custom.
Like I'm now going back on Gani McCore's history, and all he's ever been in was like the officer corps of the Navy and like a politician. And that move is now making me feel very uncomfortable, considering his only 2 jobs.
Hold on, is Gani are some of Gani McCore's tweets gonna come, like former tweets gonna come out? You're gonna get canceled.
Right. You know, it's like
He's
like
already canceled.
Yeah, he got canceled because of the Gallic thing.
Re-canceled.
And there's a reason why he had to step down as a politician on this planet.
How many dicks did you grab while you were a politician?
I mean, technically none.
What do you mean technically?
Well, I mean, you know, none. So technically,
Okay, yeah. The first time you said that, I wasn't that confident, so now I might have to look into this a little bit.
Krish is gonna lean into you, Ukluna, and say, "I think he means none officially on the record."
I'm gonna smile politely and nod at the dog that just spoke to me.
Well,
So
anyway, yeah,
so you guys go do the mission. I'll stay here. I'll get some medical attention, and then everything will go great, and now we'll all survive.
Well, according to Darrowkin, she's here to try to make alliances with some of the other pirate lords. So perhaps we can wait until your surgery is finished tomorrow and you could come with us. Have more muscle.
Okay, so first of all, your argument's flawed, because even after the surgery, my inclusion to the group will still be negative muscle.
I mean, you're the first officer. Of course you'll be an asset.
He just came out of surgery.
Also, I mean, we're worried about this as a time-sensitive thing, right?
I don't know. Are we? Do we have reason to believe? That's what it was a question, not a statement.
Yeah, Krish will just be bringing up. It's like, well, at the very least, we probably want to wait to the morning so we have some visual.
Yes.
You know, so we can see what we're going into. And well, my thought was if we wait an extra 5 hours for Ukluna to be ready, we'll have one extra person with us.
Well, yeah, I think that's fair enough. Let's try to go back to the ship and get some rest and check on our auction while these 2 get sorted out.
All right. So yeah, your taxi is still there, and we'll bring you back to your ship. Meanwhile, at about 4 o'clock in the morning, Gani McCore's appointment will be over, and Dr. Ambrosius will say, "All right, so you have a pretty well. Do you want the good news or the bad news?"
Bad news.
Can you give me both, but do the bad news in the good way so it doesn't sound so bad?
No.
Well, bad news first, then good news.
All right. Number one, you are 100% addicted to anagathics. Your body basically requires it at this point to function. And if you stop taking it at this point, I predict you will probably be dead in about 6 months.
Oh.
We
Okay.
already knew that, though. That's not bad news if we already knew it.
You also, I don't know where, have some alteration to your genome that has occurred. I'm not exactly sure what this is all about. Do you have any sort of memory of altering your own genome?
I mean, I don't, but what does it do?
No fucking clue. I haven't seen anything like this before in my career.
Oh.
Is it similar to the to the issues with
I've-
my genome?
No, no, not that I've seen. It's showing up quite a bit differently. Yeah, all I can kind of note is that I don't think it's cancer, or if it is cancer, it's a cancer I haven't encountered before.
Hold on, I have a question. Can you tell when the irregularities in his genome started?
It's hard for me to tell, to be honest with you. It's enough that I picked it up here and isolated it. I compared it against everything I know personally and everything that I have in my database, and I haven't been able to link it up. What I can do for you, if you wish, though it would be pretty expensive, with the bioreactor, given what I have about your genome here, I could theoretically produce you an entirely new body. And I can basically do a brain and spinal transplant to the new body to try to get you off of your anagathics addiction and to help you live normally.
So here's the thing, though. I like.
Yeah. You're an addict and you like it. That's fine. I'm just giving you an option here.
Right, I appreciate it. I mean, how much? Just in a ballpark here, how much would it cost for the new body?
Oh, full new body treatment? About 100 million credits.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Oh, okay, an amount we don't have. Fantastic.
I mean, honestly,
That's exactly how I felt when he said it would cost $65 million to fix me. I was like, oh, okay.
On the plus side, your body's age, well, not your mind's age, but your body's age would be about 20.
Oh, nice.
Gani McCord, fuck.
He's gonna say, I appreciate it, but probably not gonna do that. But I do have a question though. And then Richard, if I can't remember if you had said this or not, so if this isn't a thing, then we can walk it back. But Gani McCore's gonna say, so I guess I mean, like you said, I don't know when I got these alterations, but about probably a month ago or so, maybe 3 weeks ago, I realized I had like this craving for like something I've never had before. And
The craving would only start after you start eating brains.
oh, okay, gotcha.
Does that mean that Gyne McCore, like, this is a dormant thing ready to happen, but Gyne
You know
McCore
what would have?
has to decide to eat brains for no reason?
Or like once he starts going into anagathic withdrawal and his own brain starts to be cannibalized by his own body.
And then he would start. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. But so far, basically, his body is like content. It's like when you're fully satiated and you're not really feeling any hunger whatsoever.
No hunger for
Gotcha.
brains yet.
Okay, so then I won't say that then. He'd be like, okay, cool, yeah. Well, I appreciate the offer about the full body transplant. I'm gonna have to decline, but
I mean, no offense to you, but I figured it when you guys started to negotiate prices that there with me. I just wanted you to know that it's on the table, and if you guys come back to thieve later when you have more money, it's an option. Because in reality, no one who uses anagathics for like all that long, eventually, since you're going out into space so often, you're gonna reach a point where you're not gonna get your fix.
I gotcha.
Don't we have a store of anagathics on the ship?
I think so.
I think you have one dose left, and then.
Well, no, I thought the king gave us a whole bunch.
Yeah, I think.
You have 6 months, and it's been since then. What is it been, like 2 months or 1 month?
Yeah,
like 2 months, I think.
Like 2 months.
So you have like 4 more doses after this next one you need to take.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, is that only like one dose every month?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that's the version that he has right now.
Oh, that's a pretty low maintenance drug habit.
Don't have it.
It's not like
It's
heroin.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
true.
Well, anyway, so you're not going to get a new body?
No.
So when I was talking to the doctor, he was mentioning installing a biomatter reactor on the ship so that our doctor could do a lot of these treatments himself, which I mean would be great for me, but also might be pretty good for the crew in general if we took like some pretty hard casualties. Just something to think about. Maybe we put that on the list.
All right. Well, I assume at this
Sean,
point,
did you have a stroke or what? Did you? Are you okay there?
All right, I said I'd be up for one. I kind of let go of the control thing before I finished.
So I imagine at this point, Gyne McCore is heading back to the ship to get some sleep before the plan tomorrow, right?
Can he just sleep on the bed in the hospital or no?
I'm staying in the lobby. You want to stay with me in the lobby?
Sure, I'll keep you company.
Okay, so you guys are gonna sleep in the lobby.
Yeah, we'll have it'd be like a slumber party.
But the first thing, and the next morning, Ukluna is going to be prepped for his surgery and go into surgery until midday. I guess the rest of the crew will come back to the hotel to you guys. And Krish is there with them. And he looks towards you, Gyne McCore. You probably didn't have a great night's sleep, just sitting on the chair all night. He'll say, Captain, what is the plan for the scrap heap?
All right. Plan is go in, talk to Maria, whatever her name is, Maria
yeah. Silverhand, that fucking bitch.
Okay.
She tried to kill me. She took my ship.
Gotcha. Yes. Go talk to Maria. Get information out of her.
Or we could just kill her and find whatever information she has on her body.
Well, I mean, we could do that, but I mean, I'd rather it be like, because I'd also like to get I'd also like to get like a fleet going. So what if we turned her away from Theric Redbane and she joined our fleet?
You do realize she has my ship, right, Captain?
Right.
Well, yeah, you'd get your own ship back.
We need to get her ship back. We need to get Krish's ship back from her.
Yeah.
So she's not really necessary then, Captain.
I mean, that's to be determined.
I don't know what the deal is for us taking her ship while it's in a hangar in Thieves.
Richard, can you remind us what the circumstance? Because I think he told us what happened between her and Krish, right?
So you even met the guy that so he was the captain of a ship, and he attempted, when they were in the last system, to do a bit of like extra piracy against another ship, but that guy ended up defending himself.
Yes.
And their ship took some damage, and then a little mutiny happened.
Yeah, like Maria did something pretty shitty to Krish, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and he wants revenge.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why he joined up with you guys.
It might be kind of difficult to persuade him to play nice with Maria.
He says, well, regardless, I will not shed any tears if she happens to fall in battle.
Gotcha. Also, Krish,
she did try to fucking kill me by leaving me in that space station to die to that fucking monster.
Right, and that'll be addressed.
Guys, I don't think Krish is over it yet.
Who's left her dead? I don't know that I entirely blame him.
He seems pretty mad.
I mean, do you blame me? You.
I'm in surgery. I'm not actually saying anything. I'm unconscious right now with a tube in my throat.
Yeah, no, I no, don't get me wrong. I get what you're mad. I'm just saying that,
I'm right now speaking as Guy McCore's conscience. I'm on his right shoulder.
I mean, I'm not saying we don't kill her. I just want to suss her out first before we do anything.
Beware, Captain. She is a devious sort. I wouldn't put it past her of laying traps for us at her location.
Gotcha.
So, she does not play fair.
So, Krish, here's a question I have for you. You're obviously very connected to this, both emotionally and, you're connected to this emotionally. Do you want to go with us, or do you want to stay and protect the ship?
Of course, Captain. I'd love to go with you.
Also, we probably need him.
So I just want to say, don't do anything rash, because I'd like to try to get this done. I mean, I don't know if we can do it stealthily, but as with as little bloodshed as possible.
I will follow your lead, Captain.
Oh, I understand you hate this lady, but I do want to talk to her first before we do.
I understand,
okay.
But if she, let me just reassure you, if you happen to fall in battle, I will avenge you.
I appreciate it, thank you. And if you fall in battle, I'll avenge you too.
It is a bond, a pact. He raises his hand to yours.
A life debt.
Aww.
Nice.
And he just says nice, lets the hand linger in the air in front of him.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you for this.
Are you going to take his hand, or are you just going to leave him hanging?
He did the same thing to me, by the way, when I was talking to him about the biomatter generator. This really good idea about how to improve the health and well-being of the crew. And Gani McCore's response was,
"Good job."
So do you leave him officially hanging?
No, I'm gonna say nice and then take his hand.
Okay. He even flexes his muscle a little bit as he does it.
Also, Daniel, what did I do? I'm sorry.
You didn't. I had a whole fucking conversation with you, Sean, and you just ignored me.
Did I? What was this?
It was the whole thing about the bio generator bullshit or whatever, and how we should probably have one on the ship. because like it would help me out a lot, but also if we ever took casualties, it could help other people because our doctor could use it to like do all the shit this guy is charging $65 million to do. Like we could probably get him to do that shit for free.
Oh,
I do consistently love like Gunny McCore's like Michael Scott like responses to things.
was this today?
It was 5 minutes ago, Sean.
I'm sorry. I might have disassociated.
I think he just had a fucking stroke.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's when you're okay. I see.
Who do you think I was
All right,
talking
so,
to?
I thought you were talking to Richard.
You were the only one in the room with me.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
So do you guys want to do any more planning before Ukluna gets out of surgery?
Well, I was kind of leaning towards the idea that we were going to do the stealth thing.
What kind of intelligence does Krish have on Maria and like what she's like likely to do and shit?
On this place in general, or on this place in general.
Yeah.
So you're having this conversation while Ukluna is still in surgery, and he says, "Well, the scrap heap," and he brings up a map of Black Sand City, and this is number 8. It's a place where basically.
Did you say number 8 like on the map?
Yes.
Yeah, the map of Black Sand City.
Oh, right. Okay.
Number 8. I'll ping it right here. It is basically where the refuse of the city, discarded things are brought. You occasionally get beggars and gangsters, failed pirates sometimes congregate there. It can be a pretty dangerous area, largely lawless, though, sometimes the Black Sand Widows do end up putting flags if, the situation warrants it. So always be on the lookout for flags. I imagine she will have holed up there to keep herself out of reach by Darrokin while she's trying to find allies here on Thieves. And according to Darrokin's intel, she is on a former ship there that has been junked. So I imagine she's turned it into a base of operations, and I can't imagine she's alone. She probably would have at least brought a couple of members of her crew. I mean, it would be suicide to come down here alone.
I have a few questions, but I imagine Ukluna probably needs to come out of surgery before I ask them.
Yes, so this is the time for the other members of the party who are here. So for Slems to say something, Sven, Andrew, Genny McCore.
Yes.
Do we know anything? I've kind of heard two different things here. That she's on a ship that has been scrapped, or that she's on Krish's Krish used to own this ship.
She has my ship, but it looks like she's made a base of operations while on Thieves of this scrapped ship.
Okay. How well defended do you think she is inside this ship?
I imagine she would have put up something to help defend herself.
So we need to come in as stealthily as we can first. Take out those defenses. That will put us in a stronger position.
And always be on the lookout for the flags.
Yep.
For the law of the lords. Because that can affect our entire approach.
Can you remind me? So the flag is like
an area that would have the red flags of the law of the lords.
And it's just like everything goes.
No, not everything goes. It would basically have the same law as up here in the city.
Oh, so like no,
where if you murder someone or you threaten someone, it's basically an instant death penalty from the Black Sand Widows.
Or like disturbing the peace or whatever.
Yes,
Which we've already seen.
which you've already seen and witnessed firsthand.
Yes.
But if it's just down there on the outskirts of the city, the only thing that tends to be against the law of thief is weaponry that could destroy some of their environmental systems. Because this world has a very thin atmosphere, so you'd only be able to survive in its atmosphere for about half an hour before succumbing to it. So anyone have anything else to bring up before Ukluna gets out of surgery?
No.
Check on our auction.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
Okay. Well, Ukluna will come out of surgery.
It's my-
You'll.
Yeah, I think Andrew wanted to check on the auction.
Oh. So you're okay. Checking on the auction.
It sold for $200 million. Yay, we can retire.
Nice.
Good job, guys. We can go home now.
Yeah, Daniel, I'm sorry. I guess I just kind of.
You sorry for blowing me off and then just leaving me in there alone in the room talking to the wall?
So after fees, you are getting for the skull 5.125 mega credit.
Mega credits?
Million, maybe?
Million.
Okay.
Sweet.
Nice. So 5.5 million. That's pretty, or 5.25 million. Nice.
That's actually, given how much, like, how easy that was for you to grab it, like, because of the roll that you had, that's a really good haul for that.
In fact, I think what I'll do is he's gonna like add that to like party funds / ship funds, crew funds.
We should probably have a conversation about part of part of our, like, a percentage of our shares going toward a general fund or something.
And also remember, some of that will go to the king of Drinax as well.
Oh yes.
We could just stop paying our taxes to the king.
Yeah.
No taxation without representation.
Well, the only two of us here that get to vote, so.
But yes, Daniel, Gandhi
So,
would be in favor of that thing you said. Sorry.
So
Richard.
you'll come out of surgery, Ukluna, feeling fairly refreshed. As you get off the table, you can see that your sutures that are around your arms, your legs, have been like perfectly closed and healed. There's barely a single mark. And just moving around, you feel a little bit more sprightly than you have in decades. Though, again, you don't feel like you did when you were 18.
Can I try to take my flechette pistol out and do like a cowboy spin to see if I've improved at all?
Okay.
Maybe you should take the ammunition out first.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take the bullets out first.
All right, so this will be just 2d6. No minuses.
I drop it.
So yeah, it's not super smooth, and you don't drop the gun, but you kind of fumble with it before. But even with this, you feel a marked improvement. As Dr. Ambrosius kind of just raises his eyebrow. You feel a little bit better?
I'm gonna holster my gun and then give him finger gun pew-pews, and then say thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Always like happy customers. And yep, next time you're in Thief or you strike it again while you're still here, remember we're here. Oh, and I didn't want to say that. They make me say that. But honestly, your case was kind of interesting, so it was worth it.
Okay, well, I'll leave you alone with those feelings. I hope you have a nice day.
You too. Try not to kill too many people. Or if you do hurt some people, at least leave my business card with them.
Okay, so
It's only fair.
is everyone waiting like in the lobby or?
Yeah, you'll see them when they come out for the lobby. I assume you guys brought whatever armor and weapons that you're allowed to have in the city.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're going to this meeting, and I am feeling a lot better. Thanks for asking, everyone. I would like to point out the hold on before I offer this, Richard. How is my recon skill affected by my current?
So you'll no longer have a -2 from your dex. It's now a -1. So your recon rolls will be just 2d6, so no negative.
Okay. All right. So I am trained in reconnaissance. And I'm not sure if Sven is.
I don't think so.
Does anyone else have recon?
I do.
Krish says, I've been able to scout an area every once in a while.
Dude, are we allowed
You
to
have
know
to have a good eye as a captain.
Are we allowed to know how good his recon is?
Just for how he says it is, and he says, yes, I can spot a crow fly 3 leagues away.
Okay, so
What's a crow fly? Never heard of those.
Do I get the hint that his recon is better than mine?
Hard to tell from just that phrase. You basically have to see him in operation.
Okay. Well, I guess mine is just 0, so it probably everything else is better. Okay, so what I would suggest is trying to get some reconnaissance of the area first with just one person. So something light and scrappy and maneuverable, something that can run away fast. And try to figure out what the area looks like. Look for traps. And then go with kind of construct our plan after we have some better intelligence than we do. Because right now, what I gather our intelligence is that she may have 2 people down there, and that's about it. Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is that like there may be 2 people.
How many people should she have at her disposal altogether?
From my crew, she should have 7.
Would she have hired any locals to help her guard?
I doubt it. At least not until she gets an alliance with one of the other pirate lords.
Okay. So let's assume just for now until we have better intelligence that she has 7 people. And then
though I do admit that I might not be the stealthiest person amongst our crew.
Okay, so if we're gathering recon, are we using recon or stealth?
It would be a combination of the two. If you want someone to sneak around and not be noticed while they're looking around.
How does that work? Like you have to roll both?
Yeah.
Okay. What is my stealth? I don't have
your stealth.
I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it, but I have Jack of all trades, so I don't know if that
helps.
Yeah, so the -3 becomes a -2, and then you have the -1 from dexterity, so it'd be a -3 for you. Sven has a pretty good stealth.
Plus, the suit has got its own protection, so if they've got scanners that their ship is or that their base is using, they won't see me in my suit.
Okay.
But I don't have the reconnaissance skills.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Is it like not
you
being?
can like go on his.
You can go and
on
we
his
can
back like a
take
piggyback.
pictures with your suit camera.
Oh, and could I interpret the pictures with my reconnaissance?
Yeah, he could try to go down there, snap some pictures, and then from that you can try to deduce some sort of plan.
Okay, that's actually a really good idea.
Ukluna,
Yeah,
you were trying to talk to me this morning, but I was kind of still waking up.
Captain,
so
we can deal with it later. We have bigger fish to fry right now.
Oh,
Well, the
okay.
problem is we don't have one, and we can't afford one. So our best bet would be to steal one.
Wait,
Not
steal
from here.
steal a what?
We'd have to think about places where we might be able to find one.
Find.
And
Hold on.
A biomatter reactor.
Oh. Yeah, I would focus on the matter at hand.
Like
Not
I
worry
said,
about the
we don't-
biomatter thing.
yeah, like I said, the problem with the biomatic reactor is we don't have one. We can't afford one. So we would have to go somewhere not here and steal one.
That's a good idea. So we gather intelligence. We make a plan, and two other things I would like to bring up for the group just to keep in mind. The first is that based on what I'm hearing, Maria's trying to avoid Derrican, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like do I understand that correctly? Like she's trying to avoid him.
Yep, that's what Krish is saying.
Okay. I have a tool that allows me to perfectly mimic Derrican's voice that we can use. So start thinking about that. If it's if it's a thing, we can think of something clever to do. And then we probably also want the red I would assume that this red flag thing, like if the area isn't under a red flag right now, I would just assume that it's going to be right when we're in the middle of this fight. So I would start thinking about how we're gonna negotiate that as well.
Gotcha.
Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So what?
Yeah, but
Yes.
is there something that would trigger a red flag suddenly showing up mid-battle?
Lots of
Yeah, the
things.
Slems, major red flag.
Because aren't they
Red flag.
aren't they just like at the whim of the lords or whatever? Don't they just decide something is?
Yeah, like you could wake up one day in a different area and suddenly a building is surrounded by red flags, or even sometimes an entire neighborhood.
Right. So what is our plan for if we go in and all of a sudden we're not allowed to kill anyone or disturb the peace?
Then we wait for it to pass.
Do we have any idea how long those red flags ordinarily last? I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, we've got some time because we're still waiting on other pending issues too.
Well, if we can't shoot them, they can't shoot us, so that would allow us even more time to gather intel.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would
so-
also, Krish points out, it would also mean that Maria wouldn't be able to shoot first.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But that it might be a time to negotiate.
I assume that just taking the ship would that count as disturbing the peace even though it belongs to Krish?
Well, she's not on the ship. She's in the junkyard.
Yeah, I think that's why he went and asked about this because it's confusing to me. So, where's Krish's ship then?
He doesn't know.
We don't.
He just knows that she's on the planet. Now.
Okay,
So it's even possible that his ship is not on Thebe and she could have
okay.
come down in like a pinnace or a shuttle.
Okay, I thought that she had it like parked down there, like
no,
at her
she's
little
on
base.
basically. She's made a base out of a ship's wreckage.
Okay, so
That's terrible.
I would suggest to our captain that we, and Sven, since you're the military type, you can tell me if my reasoning is sound here. We set kind of a forward operating base near the scrap heap, send out our surveillance mission, interpret the results, and go from there with a plan.
That sounds about right.
Okay. Are you?
I was
heading
offering
down-
that. I was offering that to the captain, who I think now has ghosted me again.
Are you all gonna head down there on foot, or are you gonna try to hire another taxi to bring you down to that area?
I mean, on foot's gonna
Slums
take a
would
long
prefer a
time,
taxi.
right? Like, how long is it gonna take us to walk down there? Probably be quite a long time.
It would take you from your current position, and then you have to get down the canyon, go through all of these potentially dangerous neighborhoods. 6 to 8 hours on foot.
Yeah,
Oof,
I mean, if we could get
That's a lot of
if
walking.
we could get us to get a vehicle to fly us somewhere closer.
Yeah. Also, do we? Another thing. Are we with anyone who knows the area well?
Both Chris and Sven have been here somewhat.
Okay, so would there be a role that they could do to figure out where like an ideal location for a forward operating base would be?
Well, Chris says that basically most of the scrapyard is kind of unclaimed.
I was
So
thinking
just-
more like if you like in this area right here. Like something like a little further away. It's hard for me to tell the scale. How far away is this from the scrapyard, or like where number 10 is?
That would be about 30 kilometers away.
Oh fuck. Okay, so that's not a short walk at all then.
Yeah, it's not.
So Sven,
This
what
is really on the outskirts.
would be a good perimeter?
Well, Chris will point out that you have pretty much her precise location within the scrap heap.
Okay, where's that?
So it's like there, like right at the edge.
Oh, so okay, so like okay.
So he says like you could always just get a position that's like a kilometer away or something.
And Sven, you'd be able to walk that pretty easily
Yeah.
to get back.
Yeah.
Easily.
He doesn't want to brag, but he does cardio.
Okay. Sean, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, so I think the recommendation we're offering is to we know where Maria's exact location is. To move to a position that's about a kilometer away to set up a forward operating base, send out a surveillance mission, have him come back and look at what he saw, and then plan from there.
Right, sounds good.
Cool. So what is a kilometer away from that? Like are these squares like 1 by 1 kilometer?
No, those squares are like 10 kilometers.
Oh, okay. So like right here would be about a kilometer away?
Yeah. So you're going to be about a kilometer away from them. Okay.
And we take a
calling the
taxi,
same taxi.
probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah, calling the same taxi service that you did before. You notice that the price that you're being offered is 20,000 credits because that's deemed a dangerous zone and path.
Gotcha.
Okay. I mean, we still need to get down there.
So who's paying the 20,000 credits?
I'll pay for it.
Okay.
I'm
got
having
McCall.
I'm in medical debt now. Living the American dream.
While we're traveling, I'd like to contact George and see if he's heard anything back from the estimator yet.
So this is midday now. All right. George says, good. They just got back to us for our initial estimate. They do have engines that will match relatively to what our original specs were for the ship. And they have given us a couple of different quotes depending upon our needs here. And then we can get parts for getting it fixed, which will be cheaper for us. That will be roughly 10 million credits for us to get all the parts and for us to install it ourselves. But we will need to find our own kind of like dry dock to go to, or go back to Drinax and have it done at the new shipyards. And that will take us some time. Apparently the fee for them getting all the parts installed in our ship would be, including the parts, would be 15 million credits.
Like 15 million total?
Yes.
Oof.
For everything.
Well, we have 13 million with my 8 million in the
And the skull?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Doesn't Slems get a portion of that skull? Isn't he owed some of that cut?
Technically, every single member of your crew is owed a cut to that skull.
Yeah, what are the percentages that are owed me exactly? I'm just curious.
Well, you have 2 ship shares, 1.5 ship shares, right?
I think at this point he has 1.5 after the negotiations that you had.
I think this might be a good time to start asking about which objects that are brought onto the ship are considered like group loot.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa.
So maybe you're just happy with the painting that you have.
Maybe I'm just happy with the painting that I have.
I mean, so Slems, I have a question for you.
Hopefully I have an answer for you, Captain.
That painting of yours, I mean, do you want to list it? I mean, you don't have to sell it, but do you just want to see like what it's worth?
No, Captain. This painting is absolutely priceless in nature.
Ah, okay.
It means everything to me.
Yeah, it absolutely ties my room together, and I cannot part with it.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I mean, we're also meeting this Mariah lady, and she might have some extra million funds on her, and I guess.
Oh, and also
who's gonna take it from her?
And Andrew, has Andrew seen the painting at this point?
I saw it when it was hanging in the ship. I saw it when it was hanging in the space station.
We also saw him run away like a frantic motherfucker with it too. So.
And it was
so Andrew would know.
Noble art historian.
So Andrew would also know that this is basically a priceless Drinaxian portrait. That's like their kind of equivalent of the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, it's
And hopefully she would be downplaying the importance of it to a group of pirates.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing here is that it could potentially fetch 1 billion credits.
Well, technically, what your character is hearing is nothing, Sean.
I see. Well, my character, yes, but I as a player.
All right, so if we did
Wait, let's put it this way: as far as Andrew's concerned, we're not selling that painting off of Drinax. Nor is she going to bring that. Nor is she going to bring that up anywhere but Drinax.
All right, so we get a 33% discount with the skull, right? So we still
have after we cut the king in, we have 4.6 million to discuss what to do with on the skull.
Okay. It would be a softer blow to everyone if everyone chipped in.
How long? Did they say how long it would take them if they do the work, George?
Well, George says first you'll need to find like a dry dock to bring the ship into, and
No,
then
I mean if they do the work, if we spend the whole 15.
they have a shipyard all put together. So as long as we bring it up to the moon, they'll have it done within 2 days.
That is. What if we do it?
I mean, it could theoretically weeks to months.
And what if we get the parts and take it back to Drinax?
Again, maybe we'll get it down to just a couple of weeks within the Drinax shipyard. It depends, again, how well manned the shipyard has become since then.
Well, I think unless the captain wants to part with the significant amount of money required to do the expedited work, we table this issue until we deal with Maria.
After the mission.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Yep.
Who knows what
It's
kind of
just-
robot skull we'll find down there, guys.
All right. Well, flying down the canyons of Thieves, down Black City, you pass by a little sub-city here on the bottom of the canyon, where everything is just drenched in shadow from the gleaming city above. But you pass by all these riffraff as you just fly on and on to a bit of a pimple on the landscape, a rotting cesspit of just garbage heaps and scrap that eventually kind of twinkle in the distance as little gleams of sunshine hit different patches. You settle down and the taxi cab quickly leaves. There is a pervasive, you're going to have your either your breathing masks on or your helmets on, because you are now in the kind of thin atmosphere outside of the protection of the main city. But yeah, you are surrounded by piles and piles of just scrap and garbage right now. And Sven, you are heading out to attempt to do some scouting, right?
Yep.
Get us
We're
some
trying
good
to find a
pictures.
place.
Good luck out there, old chap.
Thank
Well,
you.
You have the let's see. You have the Chameleon IR package for this, don't you?
Also, I'll tell Sven before he leaves. Keep your head down. Don't take any risks. And if you think they see you, come back. Just run back.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let me just look at the. Do you remember what page the Chameleon IR was on?
Oh, I wrote that down.
I just want to see what boost it gives to your stealth roll here. Let's see.
Well, it would have been somewhere around page 104, 108, somewhere in there.
Thank you. Infinite rope. I love that item.
Something David Carradine would probably buy.
Knuckles.
No
I
one
would use it as a torturing device, and I would just feed it to someone, until they.
No one's gonna laugh at my dark
Stop.
David Carradine joke.
What was the joke?
David Carradine died by autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's true. I had forgotten that. Somehow.
The only thing I know about David Carradine is that he took Bruce Lee's role from that one martial arts show.
Kung Fu: The Legend Continues.
I think so. I
Yeah.
thought it was yeah, because I remember like Bruce Lee like worked his heart out to get like that show a thing, And then like the people, like the producers, were like, "Yeah, we don't think like we don't think we want a white person in this role. We think
Yeah.
it'll do better with the audience." It was like, wow, what a fucking
Also,
way to
Bruce Lee was very, very expensive.
yeah.
But it was probably mostly that. Yeah. My dad was really into that show. That's like a '90s show, right?
I thought it was '70s, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Because I know Bruce Lee died. I think back in '73.
Oh, it was page 21, not 104. Okay. Um.
Yeah, it's from the
Oh
'90s.
wow, you're gonna. Okay,
It
so yeah, as you head off into the scrap heap, everyone will kind of notice that your body armor starts to glow briefly, and then it starts to bend the light around it, having an effect very much kind of like the Predator from the Predator films.
Guys, where did Sven go?
So roll your stealth. So this is going to be 2d6 plus 7.
You're the only one that's ever going to get a good roll out of all of us. We all now need to heavily lean on Wenton's stealth ability.
Yep.
Okay, so
It's our new Ex Machina.
Sven stealthed
Go
it away.
invisible.
Yeah, he made us all invisible.
all right, so you head over there and you are gonna snap a bunch of pictures. At this point, it's gonna be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. As he comes back and snaps the chameleon ability off, he becomes visible again, and he comes back with all of his pictures that he has ready. And here is the kind of main picture that you see of
I'll
the
be right back,
base.
guys.
Oh fuck!
Oh, I don't know why I said at April there. That was by accident. But that is the base that he sees.
Okay, help me with Discord here. Where do I find it?
Dice rolling.
It's in the dice rolling. Yeah. If
Oh,
you
they've
have
got a
this, I don't know if you have the
very
stream pulled up, but I
large
have it pulled up on the stream too.
Okay. No, I don't have the stream, but I got the picture now.
Yeah, they've got a very large gun there.
Yep. It's like a railgun.
It's surrounded by a pool of like this kind of like pond of radioactive liquid.
It's like Dianoga water. Like the trash chute in episode 4.
Well, that was the other reason for me taking the vac suit, was I've got the hostile environment protection also.
And yep, so it's exactly as pictured there.
And we don't see anyone. We don't see any people.
While he was there, he did not seem to capture any people on the outside of it.
All right. Well, can I ask? Like, did Sven see anybody aside from just the pictures?
For Sven, roll 2d6 minus 3. You did not spot anybody.
I don't think I could have rolled much better than that either.
Yeah, it's a little bizarre that.
So does it actually have flags on it right now, or is it?
The flags shown in the picture are the flags that are there.
Okay.
It has flags on it right now.
Sven, you can yep. Sven will say yes.
Yep.
Well, that
So
would
the
give us an
interesting-
opportunity to go speak with her and feel her out.
Yeah.
Captain, what do you think?
I think.
Let me interject a thought here. Are those flags that are put up by the lords, or are those flags put up by the lady inside the ship?
Is that even legal?
I will make it legal. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Well, I mean, Sven and Krish have been here before, so do those look like legit, authentic flags?
Krish is gonna look. Hard to tell from this picture, Captain, but I have heard stories sometimes of gangs on the lower levels placing false flags to ambush competitors.
An ambush would explain why there are no people here.
Yes, it would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like this. This
Like it either.
this feels strange to me. Sven, can you go back and take more pictures?
I can do that.
No,
I can
I
even
was
find
kidding.
the hiding-
I was kidding. You find a what?
Well, what I was thinking is if I found a sheltered spot or somewhere behind a rock, I could just sit there and monitor for a couple of hours too.
It's also not a terrible idea,
See
actually.
if anybody is watching the flags.
Yep.
At this point, you have about 3 hours left of daylight.
Are you affected much by? I mean, do you have gear that will help you at night?
Not a whole lot, no.
Okay.
So you will be affected negatively by it being pitch black. You don't have any goggles that can see with night vision.
Right.
What's our current time?
It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon for your characters.
And we said we had
No.
3 hours of daylight. It takes you. How long did it take him to get down there?
A kilometer, so it took about 15 minutes just waiting through the trash to get there.
So you could get a couple of hours of reconnaissance in daylight before you walk back.
Yep.
Okay. I think
Another thought is since I am used to doing repairs on ships, there's a certain measure of being used to being in the dark.
You could have your suit lights for that.
Yeah, you have your suit lights for that, though.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
that's
gonna
true.
make you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, let's not shoot off the radar here.
Yeah, I like that idea, Captain. I think that's probably our best.
Yeah, sounds good.
Krish will pipe up, or you could try to send an envoy in there to see if you can get the cockroach to come scuttling out of her hidey hole.
Are you volunteering?
No, if we're sending an envoy, he would be. No offense, Han, but he would be the last person that she wants to see.
Of course, I was about to say the same thing.
Also, if it's a trap, if it's an ambush, the envoy would be the first person to get shot.
I mean, she already thinks I'm dead.
So she would be so surprised to see you that she wouldn't shoot you? Is that the logic?
No, she would try to fucking kill me.
Who are you suggesting we send down there then?
I said an envoy. I wasn't saying anybody specific. Which one of you is best at talking?
Probably me.
Probably Slems.
Slums isn't here.
Though Gunny McCord does have a lot of social skills.
I'm back.
Yeah, that's too much of a risk. I like the idea of getting some more intelligence.
Should we change this thing over now or no?
Change what?
Oh, the map.
Oh, actually,
no,
it's 5 after. We probably need to put a bookmark in this now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll wrap up there for tonight as you are planning your approach.
Yeah, and I think the decision we're discussing is whether or not we're sending Sven out again, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, people, it was a blast. Thank you. And if you're still watching, thanks for joining us tonight. I did see the comments coming in about May the 4th. Also, May the 4th be with all of you. I hope you guys have a good May the 4th. And then keep your eye on the channel this week, Wednesday for the podcast, and then all other days for various gaming, starting at 7.